My beautiful YouTube peeps, what is good? Yours truly, Marv, back in the building for another episode of Marv's Room. Thank you guys, as always, for tuning in, and to the new subscribers. Welcome to the channel where we talk about all things law of attraction, law of assumption. Listen, I got a great testimony today from you guys about the power of being in the now, keeping the faith, not wavering, getting rid of fear and anxiety, etc. I have a great story today about how somebody I've been working with over the past month, quite literally, has been able to collapse time and space and stop their person from going overseas because they were in another country and they were getting ready to look into an opportunity overseas. And this person didn't want their person to go overseas and, had a lot of fear and anxiety around this person leaving. As most people would, you think, oh, if my person goes to another country, especially across the water, they're going to find somebody. I'm not going to be able to see them. We're going to see each other only once a year, whatever the case may be. But this situation is actually very, very special because we've been having a lot of aha moments during our sessions, as Oprah likes to call them. I like to call them aha moments too. It's kind of like that when a light bulb goes off in your head and you're like, aha, that's what it is. That's what I have to do. We've been having those every session, it seems like. And when you're in alignment, that's what happens. When you're in alignment, you get with the right clients. The clients find the right teachers to work with, and you have all of these light bulb moments and things start to click. And after this person, the person I'm getting ready to tell you the story about a little bit briefly, this person has worked with marriage counselors, therapists, different things. And really, a lot of this stuff didn't work. Some of the stuff worked, but a lot of the stuff didn't work. And I realized that this is why it's important to get somebody that knows about spiritual law, that actually practices spiritual law and has gotten results with spiritual law, because most therapists and other, different types of counselors, they give you a worldly, carnal, mundane perspective. And that's extremely dangerous when you don't know that we operate on a mental plane, when we operate through metaphysics, etc., instead of from a worldly, fleshly desire place. You know what I mean? So let's jump right into the story, man, because this is powerful. So I've been working with somebody for about almost a month now, and this person was divorced from their person, but them and their person are still in contact, and the relationship still seems pretty good. It still seems pretty intact, right? And this person found out recently, like, I don't know when it was, not long ago, but they found out maybe a few weeks back that their person was going to be going across the waters to another country. And I'm not going to disclose the country. I'm not going to disclose any of that because I want to keep this person's story as confidential as possible. But I'm sharing it with you guys because I was given permission to share it, but just to keep things confidential. So we have a situation where a person is afraid that, the person is going to go across the waters. They're going to find somebody else. As most of us would if we were in that situation, we really loved and cared about somebody. No matter what happened in the situation, it's not something that we would want to go through. So me and this person basically came up with a game plan, and quite literally now I got the news, I think it was last week during our last session we had last weekend, got the news quite literally that this person was able to now collapse time and space and stop their person from going overseas. So basically what happened was we came up with a game plan, right? I asked about his story. I came up with a game plan. I asked him about the past, certain issues that gone on between him and his person, certain issues, whether there might have been family involved or no family. I got down to the crux of where I thought the problems were in his manifestation and why other things weren't working that he was trying. Because obviously, as most people do, they try certain things and then they're like, oh, well, why am I not getting results? Why am I not working? I've been doing LOA for however many months or whatever, and I'm still not getting results. But to me, like I said, I say religiously in my videos, LOA is not a one size fits all thing. There are a lot of people where certain things can work for them, but then there are some things where things are just too nuanced and you need to come up with a specific plan for that person. You can't just go off of what this YouTuber might have said, or that YouTuber, or this therapist, or this marriage counselor. You have to really peel the layers back, especially from somebody who actually knows about spiritual law, practices it, and is not just worried about receiving money. They actually want to help you come up with a game plan. So we came up with a game plan, and we went back in the past, figured out what needed to be done from a past perspective, whether revision might have needed to be done, whether some healing might have needed to be done with Ho'oponopono, et cetera, et cetera. And we basically came up with a game plan every week for almost the past 4 weeks. And I got the message last week that it's funny because what the story was, the bridge of incidents was him and his person actually ended up in the same country, right? And they didn't see each other, right? And she was going to another country to be able to get their passport or whatever. I forget what the situation was, but they needed to go to the government office building, whatever, to get some sort of passport or paperwork or whatever the case may be. And it turns out the day that his person went to the government place to get their passport, whatever the case may be, apparently everybody was able to get their paperwork or whatever the case may be, or the passport. I don't remember exactly what it was, but they were able to get all of that. But his specific person in general, and this is why it's crazy, like how the law works. And this is why I tell you guys all the time religiously, don't worry about the how, don't worry about the when. His person specifically was not able, for whatever reason, because he doesn't even know what happened. He doesn't even know what happened. He just contacted me when we were in our last session, and he told me, he was like, yo, Marv, I don't know what happened. He was like, yo, I found out she's not able to go to the other country now because her paperwork wasn't there. It wasn't ready. The passport wasn't there. It wasn't ready. So now she can't go to another country and continue her job or education or whatever it was that she was going to. She's not going now because she was the only one out of all of those people, or it was a couple people out of all of those people that weren't able to get their right paperwork and all that stuff. So now she's staying, right? And so that was a huge sigh of relief for the person that I was working on, obviously, because now he doesn't have to worry about his person leaving. Now he can continue to worry about the reconciliation. Now he can move forward, working on his self-love and self-concept and do what he has to do to continue to stay in alignment. But I want you guys to hear this story, to draw hope, to draw faith from it, and to not give up no matter what situation you may be in. And always remember to just continue to focus on working on yourself, most importantly, your self-love, your self-worth, self-concept, and to not put power into outside circumstances, outside forces, not in counselors or whoever the case may be, but into somebody that really understands and that can help you get into alignment in order to help manifest what you want. Because there's a lot of people out here that are doing what I'm doing, but where are their intentions? They're only practicing what they know. They're only practicing what they've been taught to practice, right? So this is why it's so important to be able to weed out, whether it's a YouTuber, whether it's somebody that's licensed in a certain field. It's important for you to weed out, because you can get results, but it's a matter of, are you dealing with somebody that actually knows what you're doing, or are they after your money, right? So I just wanted to hop on here and share this, guys, with you, so you could, like I said, get some hope, get some faith, and understand that if this person can collapse time and space and essentially stop their person from flying across the world to the other side of the world, doing with the routine that we came up with, anything's possible, and you can do the same, 100%. All right, guys, this has been another episode of Marv's Room. Your man Marv back. I will see you guys, as always, in the next YouTube.